Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and NewsChannel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Clevelanders are getting in shape, getting healthy, and transforming their lives at New Life Fitness Camp. President and CEO Marsha Wilson is here to tell us about her weight loss program. And with her is Donald Henderson, who has lost 100 pounds with New Life. He will share his experience as well. Then Rita Singh of Elite Women Around the World and Rebecca Brunswick of Higher Pro will tell us about International Women's Day. On the broadcast also today, Dr. Deborah Abbott will explain why the African American Genealogical Society of Cleveland is celebrating. Good morning again. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and as we always say, so we begin. Beginning with Marsha Wilson, President and CEO of New Life Fitness, and Donald Henderson, who has lost 100 pounds. He's got a story to tell. We're going to get to your story in just a second, Donald. Marsha, tell me, what do you do at New Life Fitness? What do you do there?
Honestly, we change lives. We help people see the importance of feeling good about themselves again and getting healthy in the meantime, and our focus is minority health. That's what we do in Cleveland, improve minority health. We
were chatting just before we started the broadcast today. You've got 3 locations in the greater Cleveland area. And at those 3 locations, people can come in and work out?
They can work out, but it's not a typical workout environment. We've created this niche of making it fun for you. And so it's all competitive, and the person next to you is going to support you and say you can do it. And so you leave there feeling like that's an extended part of your family. We call it a fitness family.
The person next to you helps you.
That's right.
The person next to you today is Donald Henderson. You've lost 100 pounds at New Life. Donald, tell me about that. How did you lose 100 pounds?
I was able to lose 100 pounds with the help of Marsha and New Life Fitness. As Marsha alluded to, the milieu is very comfortable. The environment is a family environment, but we work. And that's the good thing about it.
And you worked out on the machinery to tone your muscles and all of that?
Yes, sir.
But there was more?
There was more. New Life has bicycles. We do 5K runs. We do extreme cardio. We do whatever is necessary to get healthier.
We were just looking at before and after pictures that you brought along. The after is a lot better, isn't it?
I agree. Yes.
You're feeling better. This is what you do at New Life, right?
This is what makes my life worth it. You know, it's just seeing people tell me how, you know, think this has impacted their life, and now we have shifted to this focus on getting the whole family healthy, called 360 Degrees of Wellness, and that's really what 2015 will be about.
I know your doors are open to anybody who wants to come in, certainly,
yes.
But you certainly, you look specifically at black people. Why do you do that? What do we need to keep in mind with that?
Because we are dying at a rapid rate. Heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and I'm talking about it's trickling down to my teenagers coming in the door with these ailments. And so I teach them about how we want to, what improvements we can make to live longer.
Nutrition. Nutrition is all part.
And which is what makes us uniquely young. We don't just focus on coming in here and working out and pay this membership, because if you, we're not going to let you stay here for 7 months if you're not getting any type of transformation. It doesn't help you.
Yeah, last night for dinner I had green peas, snap peas, I think they're called, but green peas, and I had spinach as well as part of the entree that was on my kitchen table. And I took a walk early this morning. You and I were chatting. I took a walk early this morning, and I feel better. Nutrition is important. You brought a book with you called Daddy's Twins and Our Veggies. This is your book. Tell me about this children's book that you wrote, Donald.
Well, Daddy's Twins and Our Veggies is a children's book with general information that every child and adult has to realize. There are nutrition charts. I put phonetic spelling in there, has a glossary. I teach during the day, so it was kind of hard not to put a super teacher type aspect into it, but it's still child friendly and it's still funny.
And these are your twins?
Those are my twin daughters, as I call them. Yes, because they're the co-authors of the book. They started asking questions as we were losing weight and getting healthy with New Life, and kind of just put it into a book.
So you call them daughters?
Yes, sir. They're my
daughters and authors.
There we go.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
And so they ask you all about it in the book, and you're looking at the cover there, and I've got a copy in my hand right here. But they're asking you, how is spinach good for us, Daddy? And Daddy answers the question about how spinach is good for us and all those kinds of things. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Is it getting those vegetables in our body and making sure that we've got all of the nutrients that we need?
Absolutely.
And the importance of the family supporting the children and supporting one another to live healthy.
So we got a relationship. You have a relationship with Donald here.
Yes.
in using the book to help get across the message that you're trying to get inside of families.
Yes.
Well, tell me about your partnership with the county's Fatherhood Initiative.
It's a new partnership that we created in 2014. We did something called Healthy for the Holidays, getting dads and moms to come out, and instead of eating all these high-fat, sweet treats, we gave them healthy alternatives, vegan treats and things like that, and cupcakes that were all vegan, no dairy, and then they did workouts with their parents. It was an amazing, amazing sight to see all these dads in here actually doing Zumba and things with their daughters.
And all of that, it's kind of passed down. If the children see the parents doing the right thing, eating the right things, they learn the right way.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we actually have something called Boot Camp Babies, which is something that's near and dear to us, and we emphasize the importance of our kids coming in. And I mean, it starts as young as 9 a.m. You can join the program and become a boot camp baby.
They've got 3 locations for New Life Fitness at East 38th Street in Superior, East 156th Street and Waterloo, and at Northfield and Miles.
Yes.
And that last one is in the community of North Randall.
Yes.
Yeah, out on the southeast, one of the southeast communities. Good to have you on the broadcast. I'm going to put a phone number on the screen there, 391-4442. That's in the 216 area code. And tell the twins we said hey.
I will.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing along the book. Where can we find the book?
You can find the book through Instagram. DTS Kids Book is my handle. Also, you can call me directly, 216-618-1765. Also, my publisher is Greater Is He Publishing, which is a Cleveland-based, Christian-based publishing company. My work is also on there.
Yeah, okay. Well, good to see you. Good to have you both here.
It's good to be here, Mr. Bibb.
Where do you teach at, by the way?
I teach at the Euclid High School.
Well, good for you.
Thank you.
Tell everybody at Euclid High School. That's the Panthers, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Tell them we said hello.
I definitely will.
Okay. Good to have you with us as always,
Yes, thank you for
Maisha.
having us.
Thank you.
Maisha Wilson and Donald Henderson, thank you so much. I'm going to take a break in a moment. I'll be right back. We're going to talk about celebrating women around the world. This is Kaleidoscope, but first these words. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Good to have you with us. Rita Singh is founder of Elite Women Around the World. On March the 8th, her organization is sponsoring International Women's Day here in Cleveland. And she's here with the president of Hire Pro, Rebecca Brunswick. They're here to tell us more about the event. Good to have you with us, Rita and Rebecca. The double R women, I guess. Rita and Rebecca. Hi, Rita. You've been with us before.
Yes,
How
yes.
things going over there?
Wonderful, wonderful. You know, in fact, so excited to be here to share about
the Elite Women Around the World. What is that?
It's an organization which helps women to empower with entrepreneurial leadership skills and help them to succeed in their personal and professional life.
And that's a good thing. It's always a good thing, too.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. You brought with you Rebecca Brunswick, who's president of Hire Pro. Good to have you with us, Rebecca.
Thank you.
How were you tied into this international the women around the world?
I have recently became a member of the Elite Women Around the World and met Rita through this networking opportunity, and have really excelled in areas of bringing in new business, bringing a synergy of women and other talents that I have been looking for to help our organization.
And this has helped you internally as well, right? It has helped you personally.
Yes, it has.
Tell me how being involved with Elite Women Around the World has done that for you.
I would say it's definitely something that has given me more confidence in opportunities that personally have exposed me to other talents that kind of bring out complements to my talent and my team's talent. So it kind of brings a unity of a family of women that have had challenges and can share their challenges together to help us grow and, you know, be here for our mission.
Right. And part of your mission is to have this event that you've got scheduled for March the 8th,
Yes.
which is going to be at Executive Caterers at Lander Haven. Tell me about that event. I'll hold up a little information here. We get a shot of that on camera 3.
About this day, you know, as we all know, that Women's International Day is celebrated on March 8th around the world.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something, you know, very powerful right here in Cleveland. We are bringing various professionals, men and women, on a platform where they will share their skills, insights with other young professional women and men. We're going to be starting our day with a very, very engaging networking session, business expo, and mentoring session where women can actually sit down and face-to-face with other professionals and talk about their challenges and learn new ways of how they can grow their business.
And this is going to be on March the 8th.
Sunday, March 8th.
Sunday, March 8th at 11 o'clock
Yes.
at Executive Caterers at Lander Haven, which is in Mayfield Heights. What do you want women to walk away with? Women like Rebecca here, what do you want them to walk away with?
I think there are going to be many tangible and intangible benefits out of this day. Some of the tangible benefits, takeaways would be, you know, women are going to know if they don't have a business, if they have an idea how to start a business, and what kind of tools and resources they need to grow that business.
And Rebecca, you bring that kind of expertise to all this as you help other people who've started or trying to start businesses, as you started Hire Pro.
Yes, Hire Pro's been around for 14 years, and we're located downtown Cleveland on Public Square. And I recently opened the office there in 2010.
What kind of business is it?
It's a staffing agency, a women-owned staffing agency. We specialize in manufacturing, a lot of skilled trades, light industrial workers. And I also started up another company in 2013.
So you're going to, women like you are going to be together, and that's going to create, as you said, synergy.
Synergy.
Energy and synergy all around. And it all grows up.
Yes, yes,
Right,
absolutely.
Rita? It all evolves from that.
Yes.
Now, what about tickets? Now, how can people go to this?
So
Men and women, it's open to everybody.
It's open to everybody.
Give me a ticket price and what we can
ticket
get
price
tickets.
starts with $55 for the whole conference. That includes the program, the lunch, the breakfast, the meetings, and the entire program. So it's at cost, being shared with almost everybody. And one thing which I want to
I've got about 30 seconds remaining.
give is that this is a place to be, you know. We try to do all this by ourselves, being alone, but we need that coach, that mentor, and that guidance to grow our companies.
And people like Rebecca will provide that coaching position certainly for us. 216-593-0050. You can get more information and buy tickets if you make a phone call there. Or you can go to EliteWomenAroundTheWorld.com, EliteWomenAroundTheWorld.com. You see the number on the screen. Leave us with a final thought of about 15 seconds on why this is vital for you.
Wow. Meeting everybody that I feel can really help complement our agency. Also helping them complement what their goal is and their mission and their purpose of excelling in their business.
And your Master of Ceremonies that day is going to be my good friend and colleague, Danita Harris of NewsChannel5. Danita will be handling the Master of Ceremonies duties out there.
Very excited to have her.
You should be very excited. She'll do a good job for you. Thank you so much, Rita Singh and Rebecca Brunswick. We appreciate it. We wish you much success on Sunday, March the 8th at 10 o'clock at Executive Caterers at Lander Haven. That's 6111 Lander Haven Drive in Mayfield Heights.
Thank you.
This is Leon Bibb on Kaleidoscope. I'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you.
Welcome back to more Kaleidoscope. We've been talking with Dr. Deborah Abbott. She's with the American Genealogical Society, celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. And Deborah Abbott is past president of the organization and here to tell us all about the organization and plans for the 25th anniversary. And she and I were just chatting just before you joined us here on camera about genealogical stuff and people in my family and stuff like that. But let's talk about what is the role of the African American Genealogical Society of Cleveland?
Well, our role, as we see it, is to help to educate. We teach anyone who wants to know whether they're African American or not. We can teach them how to trace their family histories. We hopefully give them the tools that they need in order to complete that task.
When we talk about genealogy, we are talking about the ancestors, all of the folks who came before we got here.
Yes.
That's vital. Why do you see it as vital to know as much about your family as possible?
I think it gives us a sense of who we are. It gives us a sense of belonging. We are a part of American history, and I always say without African American history, there's no U.S. history. And so it gives us a sense of who we are, the roles that we play. Everybody doesn't have famous people in their families, but they do have people who have contributed to the history of the United States.
You know, along that side, as an aside, when we talk about Black History Month, I always tell people Black History Month is part of American history.
Absolutely.
It's all the same.
Absolutely.
It's all part of this culture, this country.
Sure.
And it's kind of a, we're all kind of a salad, you know, in this country. But let's talk a little bit about a big event you've got coming up, the 25th anniversary celebration of the American Genealogical Society of Cleveland. It's going to be Sunday, March 8th at the Holiday Inn on Rockside Road in Independence. What's going to happen there?
Well, we're really excited about that. Our society is the oldest African American genealogical society in the state of Ohio, and we are celebrating 25 years of existence. We are very, very happy to have as our guest speaker Mr. Clarence Bozeman, who was a driver for Martin Luther King. And so he's going to talk about us, when I say us, talk about history through the eyes of Martin Luther King and help us to understand our importance in the history of this country.
He'll have a lot to say at that event. Now, can people get tickets for this event?
Yes, they can get tickets. I think the number is on the screen,
Certainly
the phone
is.
number, and the tickets are $35, and you just need to call that number. You can get tickets, and we would be so happy to have you and to have the youth as well, because I think this is something that they should hear and understand as well.
Ticket prices again are?
$35.
But you get so much for that $35.
Yes, you will.
You get to talk with a man who was with Dr. King,
was Dr. King,
many hours, driving him around as his driver. That's 216-921-2578 is the phone number, or you can go to AAGSLEV, African American Genealogical Society, Cleveland, or AAGSLEV, you'll see it down at the bottom of the screen, .org.
Yes.
You get more information on everything we've been talking about and purchase your tickets. Once again, the event is Sunday, March 8th at the Holiday Inn on Rockside Road in Independence.
I hope to see you there.
Oh, you know I want to be a part of this.
Thank
I'll try
you.
as much as possible to be there.
Thank
this
you.
is important stuff for you.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
is.
the history of where your family, no matter what your background, no matter what your race, no matter what, all of that, where you came from.
And you'll get to meet people in our society who have traced their ancestry back. A lot of us know who our slave ancestors are. If we're coming from people of color that were free people, we know who they are. And so those are things that aren't taught in school. We don't know all of that, is to be able to put ourselves in the middle of our history here in the United States.
Because of this organization and people who in your organization, I've been able to trace my ancestry back to the slave cabins of Alabama and to the State House of Alabama, because there were a couple of governors and one senator by the name of Bibb. And my family came off the Bibb plantation, so that bloodline is in me too. But that's the way it was.
That's the way it was.
And we don't draw conclusions on that. It's just a fact.
It's just
we just
a
say
fact.
it as a fact.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, good to have you on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you in the organization.
Thank
Tell
you.
everybody at the African American Genealogical Society we said hello.
I will do.
Well, it's going to be Sunday, March 8th, the Holiday Inn on Rockside Road, 216-921-2578. Dr. Deborah Abbott is with the organization. Thank you so much, Deborah.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. We're going to take a break. We'll talk to Marsha Maccabi of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland after we do this first.
How do we?
When you see that graphic that says Morning Exchange, that means it's time for Marsha Maccabi of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, who always is with us at the end of the broadcast, always with something to say.
Hi, Leon. How are you?
I'm fine, my friend. I'm
Good, good. It's good to be with you again. You know, we're in the midst of our Black History Month, and we know, of course, that at the Urban League, we believe that Black History Month is just a snapshot view of all the great history that has occurred within our people over the hundreds of years. And I want to ask our audience to really take a special focus on Black history this month, this year, and that is, let's encourage our young people. You know, I think we've done a good job over the years of exposing them to the different icons that we have in Black history. You know, Dr. Martin Luther King and our Harriet Tubman and all the usual people that we highlight during this time. I'd like for us to take a different little twist on that this year, and let's work with our young people. And one of the projects that I've been thinking about doing, and I'm going to be doing it even in my own family, is have our children to write a little piece about how they would like to be viewed in Black History Month. And to get them thinking about their value and their importance and how they can contribute to society. And so that's the thing that I would like to encourage our audience to kind of really perk up and help our young people to understand that that same greatness that flowed in the veins of our ancestors also flows through them, and that they have ability to do great things as well.
And that it's in the bloodline. It's in the bloodline. It's and certainly in the American bloodline.
Absolutely.
And the African bloodline as well.
Yes,
And
yes.
so it's a good idea to have kids. How do you see yourself, and what would you like to be remembered for?
Absolutely.
Generations from now.
Absolutely.
Asking the youngsters about that.
Absolutely.
That's a good exercise.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
I know what I'd like to be remembered for just trying to do the best I could and being a good man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm sure that you will.
I hope so. That's going to do it from this good man and this good woman. We're going to say so long to you and have a good day.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.